So what Ward and I are going to show you is how we made some rod backup holders. So we got the regular rod holders, but we were maybe a little bit worried about Ward, and this would happen for other kids as well, maybe that with a steel head on the rod, it might accidentally pull the rod out of his hands and we'd lose the rod. So we thought, well, what can we do in case the rod gets pulled out of the hands? And so what we came up with, we were thinking about maybe using a string or something like that, maybe a bungee. But then we found these dog leashes. And the dog leash is excellent because it just goes in and retracts and goes back and forth like this. And the dog leash came with a little hook on the end. And as it turned out, we could take that little hook and hook it right on this side of the reel. Now first we hooked it on this side, but then it got in the way of the handle. So then we took it and we hooked it on this side right here, clipped it on there. Oops, a little tricky to get on there, but you could get it on there. And so once we get the rod clipped on there, it's really easy to move it around. We can pull it out of the holder, and if we accidentally lose it, we can always just fish it right back in. You can move it from holder to holder. It's got lots of nice space. No problem, and it wasn't a real big problem reeling in either. And then if we wanted to, if we want to get this rod out of the way, which a lot of times you do when you're plug fishing and you got a couple rods back in the back end, it has enough line. We can take it way up to the front of the boat and put it in the holder up there. Get it right out of the way. Let's show you this. I think it's important to have this hooked down to the back of the boat, because if you hook it up in the front, then you got these lines kind of going around the people and in the way. But if it's at the back, you know, it's always kind of taking that slack up as you move towards the back and you're fighting the fish. So it worked really well. Great for kids that are fishing where you're worried about losing a rod. We got these at Harbor Freight, our favorite store, right? Harbor Freight. You know, our favorite store, Harbor Freight. They were super cheap, so we bought 2 of them, so we can fish with 2 rods. Thanks. Hopefully this helps. You want to tell them thanks?